What will tomorrow look like? Will it be what you expected? Or something you could never have predicted? Will it be frightening? Or exciting? Is it the reason you can't sleep at night? Or the reason you get up in the morning? Tomorrow will be all of these things. With Hub, you have a partner today who supports you in writing a more resilient, vibrant, and profitable tomorrow, protecting what matters most to you. Because the truth is, tomorrow is a gift, and we want you to be ready for it.
We're for agriculture, for growers, doers, whatever it takers. We're for doing things with purpose. We're for the little guy with big guy dreams. We're for agriculture. We're for you. Nutrien Ag Solutions, leading the field.
...2023 Hub International Alberta Curling Series Major. It's a mouthful.
It is a mouthful.
I'm joined with Sarah Brown here, and she did a lot of great commentating on the Alberta Provincials. And we're watching the Sluchinski rink versus the, oh my goodness, Nobert, I believe. Nobert rink. Thanks for joining us out there this morning. If you're already online, we had some great action last night and some great comments in the viewers page. So if you guys are out there, please like, share, all that type of good stuff here on the page, and we can interact with you. My name is Matt Yo. I am the, partner in Tim's Ice Manufacturing that runs the curling club here in the ice, as well as helps out with the Alberta Curling Series and a few other things.
Just a few, eh?
Just a few, yeah. Summer's over, so that means I don't get to sleep anymore, but that's okay. What I'm trying to do here is upload our YouTube onto my phone so I can see the comments. But looks like we're going to have a pretty open end here so far today. And this is what I kind of expected in last night's game, Sarah, that we'd kind of have an open end, two teams that haven't been on the ice before, beginning of their curling season, kind of want to get used to it, get, running up and down the ice. And last night we saw one go top four, corner guard, center guard, another one frozen. I'm like, okay. Now we're here to play.
That would have been an exciting way to start then.
Yeah, absolutely. So Aaron Sluchinski coming off a big win at the what was
Leduc opener.
Yeah, the Leduc Open, whatever it was called. Can't remember what it was called.
I just called it the Leduc opener.
Opener.
I did, yeah.
It was the opener.
Yeah.
And you know what? I think they're extremely close to actually making it on the slam circuit now with that win and with a good showing here with some really big teams. And then they're heading down to Okotoks next weekend. If they have some good showings here in the next few weeks, we could probably see them in the Grand Slam events.
Man, that would be cool, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
I hesitate to say one of us, but it's kind of cool to see, somebody that making it.
Yeah, absolutely. Aaron's slugged it out in the Alberta circuit for a long time, been knocking on the door for a long time. And I was listening to an interview with David Neto in here on, I believe it was Wednesday on the new sports channel here in Edmonton, 1440 with Jason Greger, and talking about how, he sat there, knocked on the door, and then finally it opened, and then they kept it open for a long time. And that's why he's getting inducted into the Sports Hall of Fame. So, I think it might be Aaron's season to they were the semifinalists there at the Alberta Championships, lost to Kevin Cooey, the eventual winner, in the semifinal. And, now they've come out of the gates with the first win of the season. And I would assume they're going to have a real good showing here in Beaumont at the Alberta Curling Series Major here this weekend.
That would be my assumption as well. Such a solid team all the way through.
Yeah, it really doesn't seem like much rattles them, right? I've
No.
known Aaron for many years. I think the guy could slam his thumb with a hammer and be like, "Oh, that's okay, right, no big deal." So pretty easy skip to deal with, and doesn't look like his mannerisms or anything changes if he has a draw for 5 or if he has a draw against 5.
Yeah. The combination of him and Jeremy Hardy was a solid one too.
Yeah, absolutely, for sure. There's another guy that's kind of skipped his own team for a few years and decided to join some ranks. And then we have the new Canadian citizen with Kerr Drummond. And they've been a solid team here this last year, and I think the sky's the limit for them this year. So we'll probably fill some airtime here. Want to throw out some thank yous and whatnot to our big sponsor for the weekend, Hub International Insurance. Head to Hub International for all your insurance needs, quotes, and all that type of good stuff. A fantastic company, and Dave Moens and whatnot here in Edmonton. They've helped out the curling world and going to be helping out the curling world in the coming future. And also our other sponsors for the event. Obviously we have not a sponsor, but a great curling club. We had Paul Hyde, the president of the Beaumont Curling Club, here commentating last night. He commentated the first end, left for the second end, and I didn't even say anything. Came back down here with a beer for the third end. 1 beer, though.
Oh, that sounds about
Yeah,
right.
only 1 beer, not 2. And then we stayed the rest of the game and did some commentating. So it was really good to have Paul out. And he's actually running for council. So sorry, Paul, I'll do a little bit of a plug. Running for council here in Beaumont. He's a big part of the community, and we want to thank the Beaumont Curling Club, the board of Beaumont, and Paul for letting us have the ice early this year and bring these awesome events into the city of Beaumont. It's going to be great. Looks like we have the in-turn coming down for a hit instead of the out-turn beside the blue boards.
It's a bit of a confident call. I like it.
Yeah. Typically this one you could probably put the broom right in the middle of the rock and throw the out-turn at it and just hum it down there. But I think this is a good call for maybe, shot later in the game as well, that they'll know what the ice does out here for a hit and roll or something like that. So
Oh, it's beautifully executed for
Yeah,
the first
absolutely.
end of a game.
And Aaron's, if you look at Aaron, he's kind of, looking for the out turn right in the middle of the rock, throw it down there. At the end of the day, he doesn't really care if he hits it on the outside, inside, nose, whatever.
Yeah.
So keep it nice and straight. And huge shout out to James Gordon, who's doing the production on the game today. He's our man. He comes down for our Alberta Provincials and does a great production job for that as well. So thanks, James, and your curling stadium crew and the curling zone guys there, Jerry Gertz and everything else, for keeping all the fans and curlers and everybody updated with live scoring and this awesome ability to stream through YouTube channels. Hello. What? Okay, I'll let you go. I'm trying to commentate.
So Aaron's shot was a really good one to make sure that the opposition actually had to make a shot. Lots of club curlers are just happy to make contact with a rock. Aaron hitting and rolling in was a big deal because it makes sure that the opposition doesn't get a free throw into the house. They actually had to make a shot at one of his stones.
Yeah, that's a real good point, right? So you give the opposition skip a free draw in the first end, kind of gets his nerves under his belt and kind of gets a feel of the ice again. And
yeah,
you want to make sure he's throwing that hit. And a good blank. 0-0 going to the second end.
Imagine being able to stream every curling game from every sheet from any event, be it your Wednesday league game, bonspiel, or corporate event. Curling Stadium offers an all-inclusive streaming solution featuring high-quality cameras, ease of use, great reliability, and minimal installation. Offering your sponsors customizable ad space on your streamed curling games and being able to sell video packages to your corporate events for increased revenue. With Curling Stadium, you can stream to any device, be it your mobile phone, tablet, or computer. Push the feed to your desired platform, be it Facebook, YouTube, or any other social media. Curling Stadium is simply the way forward. Where it's commonplace in other sports to televise every game, we want to do the same. Curling is a global sport, and it's time it gets the coverage it needs. Make your curling club the next Curling Stadium.
Calling all curlers, novice to pro. Asham Curling Supply's patented rotator disc system lets you customize your slider right in the store. Velcro attachments make it easy to find the sliding platform that's right for you. Shop Asham Curling Supplies, 700 McPhillips, online at asham.com.
Sometimes curling just isn't as fun as it can be on the Nintendo Switch. With up to 4 players per console, you can enjoy curling with your friends and family anywhere, anytime. Let's play curling. Available now only on Nintendo Switch.
being diligent.
All right, good morning. We're back again. Sorry, did you want to take that one over?
No. You're doing a great job.
Sitting with Sarah Brown here and Matt Yo. We have the pleasure of commentating the game this morning. Good blank end. Teams want to feel out the ice in the first end, and now it looks like we might get a few rocks in play, but we'll see after Aaron. Oh, yeah.
He's going for it. Yeah. Excellent.
Got the corner guard up. He's going to go around it. But yeah, no, we were just chatting in the first end on how great this team has improved over the last couple of years, and they're just knocking on the door of the Grand Slam events. So it's going to be an interesting weekend to watch them play and get on the ice for the second time. The first time they got on the ice, they got the championship over there in Leduc. So, and hopefully here in Beaumont they can do the same thing. Looks like it's going to curve in there pretty good. Missed the rock by about a good 5-6 inches and should be basically just dead buried right behind the tee line. So we're going to see a couple of rocks in play here. And he cannot hit that guard right now, right, with the 5 rock rules. So he's going to have to either do a tap back or freeze to it, which looks like he's going to try to tap her back.
This is my favorite shot in curling right here. I don't know why.
Really?
This is the shot where I think they're probably throwing more weight than I like to throw at it, but a buried rock with a hack weight, I don't know if there's a more satisfying shot out there.
Exactly right. Except for if you're me and you miss it every time. Well, they're pointing up into the sky a little bit, means they're a little bit heavy. But sweeping for line.
The line on it looks really good.
I'd love to say I know exactly what the ice is going to be doing right now, but I really don't. We've only had it in here for a few days, and we were planning on having it in about 10 days earlier for this event, but we had a few issues with some air in the lines as the refrigeration company had to do some repairs throughout the summer, and when they pumped the brine back in the system, there's some air in the lines on sheet 6, so we've had a few interesting days and moments around here, but I want to throw a big shout out to the City of Beaumont staff and their team there with heading up by Andre, and they've been super accommodating and helpful and everything else that we've needed here to try to get this surface ready for these guys for this event. And I want to thank them tremendously, and Kyle Winters and Logan Yo and Justin Rumson and everyone else that's contributed and helped out here to get this event off and running. So last night it sounded like the ice was pretty good on 4 of the sheets. They figured about 5 feet of curl, about 15 seconds, 14 and a half, 15 seconds. Sheet 5 is a touch straighter, but the same speed, probably about 4 feet, and about 15 seconds, 14 and a half seconds. So we need to do a little bit more work there on sheet 5, but all in all, I think the players last night were really happy with it. Well, I only talked to the teams that won, so I always say you're always a good ice maker to 50% of the field.
It's very true.
Yeah, unless there's a tie, then you suck 100% of the time. So.
So that draw coming deep, not so good. Things have kind of gone the wrong way here for Team Sluchinski, so they're going to move into bail mode.
Yeah, you know what? A nose hit here it does it makes the red double, and then Team Herbert's got to get make a couple really good shots too for Aaron not to get 2 here, because there'd be 2 yellows in the house, kind of spread out. So.
It's a great shot.
Yeah, great shot. Now they got to be pretty careful here.
Looks to me like red is second shot,
Yeah.
which helps them immensely here. If yellow is sitting 2, this is a tough situation. But red sitting second shot makes this a little bit easier. You just need to make sure that you stick for 2.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, stick over somewhere in between, your red rocks and that yellow rock, so it makes the triple a little bit harder.
Yep.
And if you do make the triple, then you're probably rolling out, right? So,
yeah.
Important shot here. Trying to follow up his second last shot. It was a really good hit and roll into the rings.
It's always interesting when you're looking at ends like this with so many rocks in play, and yet we can see forward to a situation where there is a potential blank on the table.
Right there, right? Yeah, absolutely. So right now, if he hits, 3/4 of the rock on the center line side, makes the triple, he'll be lying 2, but then his 2 rocks will be in a line. Then they make the double, and blank end. Okay. Yep. We had 7 rocks in play 5 seconds ago. These athletes are just so good.
It's always so fun watching some of these men's teams curl, because it's just, you have to be so good to avoid those shots.
Yeah, absolutely. And then we got the man himself in the background there, Mr. Sluchinski, watching his son play. I think he might be just off another marathon he ran. It's 50 years old or whatever he is. So that's another great athlete. Look at this shot. In Bonanza.
Perfect.
Yeah, that's ho-hum.
Yeah, no big deal.
And he didn't roll that far, so this double is going to be pretty difficult, actually.
Yep.
I've told Aaron throughout our entire friendship the reason why he's always had long hair is because his dad's got none. But such a beautiful family, awesome guys, tons of laughs. We had some laughs this morning even when they showed up. So it's great to see the support and everything that our curling families have for each other, right? So there we go. Hit and roll out. Now he's got a chance to split the rings and maybe set up for his deuce here.
Yep.
Now, if you saw the tap there, he was kind of back 8-ish.
Yep.
Right? To make that double extremely hard, and like you were just saying, with these athletes and these guys, they're so good. If you put this T-line or top 8, that double across the house is, it's pretty makeable.
Yep.
So they want to be pretty precise. The old average club curlers like, just split the house, hit the rings here, anywhere in the rings.
Please put it in the house.
Yeah.
Yeah. Going back a little bit earlier in this end, when the end started and Aaron had that corner guard and there was a whole bunch of red rocks sitting in the rings and you still saw him going behind the corner guard, that's how you set up for this.
Yeah.
The club curlers get nervous because there's 3 red rocks in play and you don't have anything, and we'll start hitting. And you're in club curling, sometimes you can get away with that, but at this level, you're not going to set up for 2.
Yeah, absolutely. Big mistake there by Mr. Hardy. Threw it in the hack, but Aaron's demeanor changes a lot, right? Yeah, whatever, no big deal. Just blanket, go to the next end. So they're even having a little laugh back there. Probably blaming the sweepers for looking at it too hard or something.
They shouldn't have been doing that. That's my go-to, is to blame the sweeper, but typically my sweeper is my fiance, so I can get away with that.
Yeah. Mine's my business partner. He looks at me and goes, I can't slow the rock down. So looks like a little tight out of his hand here. This side is curling about, the guys were saying last night on sheet 4 that this side was curling about 3 inches more than the other side. But it looked like he just maybe squared that up or was a little bit not positive on the releases. We did sandpaper the rocks at the beginning of this event too. So teams were commenting that, you have to be positive to the broom. You can't just let her go. So.
Yeah. It was not a lot of weight too, so it's tough for the sweepers to stop it once the curl starts.
Yeah, absolutely.
So second chance here for Team Sluchinski.
Yeah. The sweepers saw which the heavy one was, and now they're going to, I think, probably not make a mistake on this one.
Aaron would have got a good read on the ice too, watching Jeremy's come down here, so he would have had a very good idea what sort of weight he wanted to be throwing.
Absolutely. Not making a mistake here. This is perfect. They're going to try to sweep this as hard as they can right back there.
What a perfect shot.
Yeah, absolutely.
Perfect.
Now this is where the skip goes, okay, well, I'm going to try to bail myself out now and see if he can maybe make the double, maybe. I don't know how hard this gentleman can throw it, but it's pretty cross house.
It's pretty flat.
That's a pretty good shot by Aaron there and the team. Good sweeping right to the spot they needed it. So again, just another shout out to some of our sponsors here. Just want to throw out some sponsors for our curling club here in Beaumont. We have Stewart Tire, Alberta Best Insurance. We have Beaumont Home Hardware. We have Leduc Co-op. We have Fountain Tire, Leduc. We have Diamond Heating, Ryan Keene, Heartland Electrical, Roadrunner Automotive, Sea Change, which is a brewery, and great beer here in
Everything
Alberta.
about Sea Change. If you ever get a chance to stop in there, do it. The food and the beer.
Absolutely. All right, so it looks like he's probably throwing a little bit of a control weight, just going to hit it right on the nose, and prayer and a hope that Aaron might hit and roll out. But it looks like they're working hard on this one too. Oh,
That's a great
good
shot. Yeah.
All right, so Aaron gets a nose hit. They're talking to the crew here. Which should they throw, the in turn, the out turn? What do they know? They've probably thrown one of these maybe in practice.
I can't say I'm surprised by this. I'd be more surprised if they were throwing the inside out, but they seem like they're curling in a very controlled manner. Sometimes those inside out ones can be unpredictable, but
Yeah.
we've seen quite a few of them thrown so far this game, and they haven't done anything
Yeah.
particularly crazy.
Absolutely. Again, you look at this young curlers out there. This is one of the better teams that we have in our province right now, and they have a wide open takeout for 2, and he's throwing board weight.
Yeah.
Right. He's throwing a weight that the sweepers can control, but not that well apparently. Oh, that's a big mistake.
Not quite sure what happened there, if they were just inside or...
Yeah, it looked like they were sweeping it right out of his hand there, so maybe a little light, a little tight.
Yep.
Not popping it out to the broom.
What will tomorrow look like? Will it be what you expected? Or something you could never have predicted? Will it be frightening? Or exciting? Is it the reason you can't sleep at night? Or the reason you get up in the morning? Tomorrow will be all of these things. With Hub, you have a partner today who supports you in writing a more resilient, vibrant, and profitable tomorrow, protecting what matters most to you. Because the truth is, tomorrow is a gift, and we want you to be ready for it.
So you're a pizza person, but you're married to a wing person, and your kids are salad people? You can't pick your fam, but with over 50 menu items to choose from, you can make them all happy. Order today and enjoy Boston Pizza at home.
Calling all curlers, novice to pro. Ashland Curling Supply's patented rotator disc system lets you customize your slider right in the store. Velcro attachments make it easy to find the sliding platform that's right for you. Shop Ashland Curling Supplies, 700 McPhillips, online at ashland.com.
What the fuck?
Whistle?
And we're back. Big mistake there by Mr. Sluchinski. Maybe just caught by not throwing enough weight, or you know, little tight to the broom. All right, we got a couple more rocks in play here. We got a couple center guards. You're gonna be trying a board weight hit and roll out here to lie 2. After a big miss like that, you're kind of now it's pedal to the metal, right? You only have 5 ends left.
Yeah, I think from here on out, unless something really big changes, we'll probably see lots of rocks in play.
Yeah, absolutely. Or this could be a 2-1 game, right? Like that's some of these games that Aaron likes to play. He's a little bit more defensive. These guys can just hammer the rock down there. So if he can get a deuce or get a 3-ball or something like that. It could open it up. They have that type of ability, but that's a fantastic shot right there. Fantastic. Mr. Paul Hyde, the president of the curling club, says you can hear me now. Well, hopefully you did hear us for the first 2 ends, because it was riveting commentating. The rest of the fans out there, but looks like you can hear us now. If Paul maybe it was early in the morning, he was here having a couple beers last night, not buying me any. Maybe he had his TV on mute or something, right? So. Oh, just wicks it, but I think it might work out here. Slows it down a bit. It's still going to curl around the guards after a wick, but it's in here for second shot.
The wick almost was maybe helpful there.
Yeah, absolutely, yeah.
I think it stopped you from racking on the one that's in the top 8 foot.
Yeah, and then moving and going open in the air and could have hit and rolled again, right?
Yeah.
So, yeah. So again, want to throw out some big thank yous and want to keep everyone knowing that these clubs and these type of events don't survive without our sponsors and our volunteers and everything else. So huge thanks out to this sheet here. We have a big logo right in the middle of the ice. Sea Change, which is a brewery here in town. Phenomenal food, phenomenal beer. They just came out with a new vodka. Seltzer, I believe, or something like that too. My wife was drinking it, loved it. So Sea Change is a huge sponsor here at the club, as well as we have CIBC here in town that sponsors one of our leagues. Boston Pizza in town sponsors one of the leagues here. We have a tremendous amount of community support, and we're extremely thankful and everything that the community here does for our curling club and the city as well. The city's been a great partner with the curling club, and through COVID and everything else, we've really come through it really strong. And we look forward to having a fantastic year this year with all of these events. So next weekend, we have the ladies' major event. The weekend after that, we have a major event for the juniors here in Alberta. We have teams coming from Northwest Territories, Yukon, all over Alberta. Big miss there with heavy. Aaron's looking pretty right now.
Yeah.
So we're packed here at Beaumont Curling Club, and then our leagues start after Thanksgiving. So I think we're hearing a lot of movement upstairs above us right now. I think the senior club here in Beaumont was planning on coming down this morning and this afternoon, and they said I better have coffee and donuts for them. But I think I ate all the donuts this morning. And it's going to be great to have it in a community like Beaumont here this year. And, it's a really great community feel. A lot of great people here at the club that's going to come down and support these events and these athletes. And, hopefully in the years to come, we keep it here in Beaumont and we can start increasing the purses and really giving these athletes some more cash and some more, weekends and abilities or whatever you want to say to help out their career. So
yeah.
Another huge shout out to Hub International Insurance, as well as James Gordon, who's on the cameras and broadcasting the game here as well from Curling Stadium. Does a phenomenal job. Look at this little 3-piece magic on the screen at the moment. Hey, got
it's pretty fancy.
Look at these guys. The only thing that's run of the mill is the announcers.
Well, I've been told I sound good.
Absolutely. Working on this one hard. Now they're going to try to get it to curl. I think they're going to.
That was a plan B, I think.
Yeah, they were.
I think they were trying to hit the rock on the right-hand side as we're looking at it now, and it must have over-curled on him. So things aren't looking very good for Team Nobert right now.
Look at this. I'm getting texts from everybody right now. The vodka from Sea Change is called the Shitties.
Well,
it's a shitty.
There you
I'm
go.
going to have to definitely get one of those drinks. If you know Sea Change here in Alberta and they're branching out, every one of their beer cans has an amazing logo on it. Their branding and their logos on their beer cans and everything else is just absolutely phenomenal. So it's pretty cool what they've done. All right. Well, Aaron's going to try to protect. He's only lying 2 right now, I believe.
Yep.
But he's going to try to. I think the plan is here to try to make something on the right-hand side there that he can maybe come in off of.
They were gesturing for a roll there, so
Yeah.
I don't know if they were hoping to move in a little bit or if the shot they made is a good one.
Sorry, I just got my taxes back. A
Oh.
little late. God, I'm sorry. Oh, we're still online here. All right.
The angles here for Team Nobert aren't great. There's no really easy shots in here to fix the situation and then leave yourself in a good situation. It looks like they're looking at the freeze.
So my only thing is here too is, Jamie boy, if you can hear me, well, actually, you can see the overhead. There we go. What a man. All right, so I think, the call that, that you might want is if you can run that red onto the yellows,
Yeah.
then this yellow on top button might hit the one that's back 8 foot. Like, obviously,
Yeah.
you don't have the hammer, and you're scrambling at this point, but I don't really see any other alternative. Like, the only alternative you have is really that red that you have in the back 8 foot is pretty hidden at the moment.
Yeah.
So maybe you don't want to open it up. Maybe you're good only giving up 2 or 3.
I mean, if you nail this freeze, it's a great shot.
Yeah.
But
Cap off at 2 inches. And
for those of you
make
who
the double
don't
to box
know
5.
how hard a perfect freeze is,
Yeah, hardest shot in curling. This is a intense shot here. This is almost a game breaker, right? Like,
I was gonna say I hesitate to say game changer, but it might be.
Yeah.
It looks heavy. Looks like it's hanging out. Oh.
No, they're trying to be like, okay, where are we? What do we want to do here?
Uh-oh.
Probably don't want to sweep that too far. Oh. Now what do you do as your Aaron? Do you come off your own to live 4? Right? Come off your own.
Yeah.
Or right there, right?
Yeah.
The only problem with right there is, okay, now maybe you make the freeze.
That's exactly my thought. You open up an opportunity for them to play the freeze. I like the in off myself. I think in my ideal scenario, you wouldn't sit right there though with the in off because you still leave that opportunity for a freeze, and now you're playing for 2.
Yeah. Yeah, I completely agree. But the problem is with the in off, if you don't play it, I think he might play it. Right?
Yeah. No, I think you have to.
Maybe not play, but play the hit and roll.
Yeah.
Right.
They were gesturing for like almost around the horn.
Yeah, roll it up a bit.
Yeah, which would be the perfect scenario. If you could get it up in the back of the 4 foot, but hidden behind those 3 staggered ones, you're money.
Disastrous for the other team.
Yeah.
Well, a little redemption here after the first end flash.
Yeah.
And if I were a betting man, and I am, I'd probably bet that he's going to be very, very close on this. Hard on it, right out of his hand.
Oh, you know what?
Not
that's
terrible.
That's
Line.
fine.
Last 3.
I'd almost call that second best case scenario. There's no rocks behind the tee line now for anybody to freeze to. They can still draw, but an open draw with no backing is always preferable to a shot for.
To your point, you go you hit it and your rock sits there back 4 foot. That freeze, they might freeze for shot rock.
Yeah.
So.
And in that case, it actually might make the shot a little bit easier.
Mm-hmm.
Now you've got a little bit of room. You can tap. Like now it's a precision shot.
Yeah, absolutely. So that's where they're trying to figure out here is, what are we okay giving up here? Like, do we just hit the yellow one and then give them 3? Do we try to do that?
Some sort of a bump and leave a wall.
So then they have a really tough draw for 3.
Or a
nut freeze right into the top 12, 4-foot one.
Yeah. My instinct is the freeze. It looks like they're going to play the hit. It's risk reward, right?
Yeah.
The freeze potentially puts you in a situation where maybe you're only giving up 2.
Well, again, too, like he hits this wrong, it could jam too, right?
Yep.
Back there.
Yeah.
So it could be if he jams on that one he's looking at right now. Aaron's got a nose hit for 4.
Yep.
So lots of discussions here. He's lucky he's up 1, so giving up a 3 ball is actually not the end of the world here, right? 4 is no bueno, but I used that last night with Paul. He had a pretty good too. But giving up 4 is no good. But giving up 3, you're only down 2 with hammer, going the 4th end, right?
Yep.
So.
Yeah, and saying that and looking at the scoreboard, the hit is probably the correct call. You just have to be very careful you don't jam. Yeah.
Exactly. Well, we'll see. It's the call.
Hit as much of it as you can see, and you shouldn't be too close to that back rock.
Yeah.
Problem comes in if you get closer to a feather, a quarter rock hit.
Asking for a little less. So he's probably going to fire this pretty hard.
I'm thinking we're going to see some heat coming down the Beaumont curling ice.
Hard out of his hand. Didn't look like he got it on the outside of the center line.
I mean,
No. Hit the wrong rock and jammed her, yeah.
Yeah.
Just looked like he was tight the whole way.
Yeah.
Aaron's got the draw for 4 here.
A nice simple draw too. You don't have to be very precise with your weight here. You've got rocks you can play too. So.
Yeah, I would assume if I've known Aaron for as long as I have here, that rock top button's probably going to get tapped back about 1.5 feet.
Yeah, that would be my guess as well.
And his sweepers will just nicely clean this one in there. But beginning of the year as well, so.
Yep. Anything can happen, but this is one of those situations as a skip that you're very happy to have.
Sweepers know too, as long as that rock curls, they're going to have all the room in the world to play it onto that one top button. So nice and clean and.
Great.
Yeah. Well, it's 4 yellows. Aaron Sluchinski up 4-1. Heading into the 4th end.
I've been raised on the farm since day 1, so I was born into it. My grandfather came in here in 1905. I want to continue the farm for him and generations to come. So
I think it's a privilege that we get to be here. It's just a wonderful way of life.
What job is there that you can go to work with your dad and brother, with your kids by your side? Doesn't get much better than that.
Calling all curlers, novice to pro. Asham Curling Supply's patented rotator disc system lets you customize your slider right in the store. Velcro attachments make it easy to find the sliding platform that's right for you. Shop Asham Curling Supplies, 700 McPhillips, online at asham.com.
been kind of watching this. All right, we're back. Look at this little graphic, boys. Here at Curling Stadium. Good job, James. 4-1. Aaron Sluchinski over Mr. Nobert. You know, interesting 3 ends, really. First end was a blank. Second end, Aaron had a shot for 2, but kind of squared it up when he let it go and over-curled it. And then, you know, he just took absolute control of the third end, didn't miss a shot. You know, the team Nobert was in trouble. Nobert.
Apologies.
Sorry.
We've been saying it wrong. Apparently we can't read it. So apologies to the team.
Hey, listen, I freeze water for a living. So it's Nobert. Nobert. Yep. I apologize. So team Nobert, I can't even say Nobert, was in trouble from Rock 1 last end, and Sluchinski just made everything perfect.
Yeah,
so
they did.
Now it's their turn to make everything perfect with the hammer in the fourth end to get back in this thing. So.
Yeah, just need to take your 2, and it's anybody's game.
Then you just got the hammers in the even end, right? So
yep.
Make sure you score here. 2 obviously would be preferable. A great shot here by their lead. Yeah, fantastic.
It's a really typical end that you would see at like any big curling event, the Brier, the Worlds, the Slams. You see this setup.
Top 4, corner guard, center guard, throw and freeze.
And really it comes down to, at the higher levels, it comes down to who can read the angles better, and it comes down to who can make that run back with the right angle. And if it's your team, you're going to be left with a lot of rocks in play.
Yeah, angles and run backs, right?
Yeah. It's been that way for a long time, but it's always so satisfying to watch.
Yeah, I agree with you. Nothing's better when, you know, I think at the provincial championships this year even, you know, like they go, I believe Cooey didn't have the hammer, so he throws up the center guard. Botcher goes around. Cooey freezes. Botcher freezes. Yep. Cooey freezes. Botcher freezes. Run back, double. Blanket.
I know. This is the incredible thing about this sport sometimes. And the average club curler who, you know, maybe doesn't watch that much curling, doesn't know that much about it, you're watching that going, wow, this is going to be a big end. And, and there you go. It's a 0-0.
I love it because, you know what, 90% of the time I think during the week of the Brier and the Scotties, I don't think I lose games in our league play because, like, I still continue to realize that I suck at curling. Not very good. So, but the other team's like, oh, let's just make this run back.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
See it on TV every time. It's easy. But look at this shot. Nothing wrong with that.
Nope.
You're sitting second and third shot, one behind a guard. Aaron's probably going to either hit the guard or hit the one in the back of the house. Yeah. Again, huge shout out here in the fourth end to our sponsor, Hub International Insurance. We have Ice Advice, who does our sensors in the ice. They are starting with club packages now that are super affordable for any club out there in Canada. Just reach out to iceadvice.ca and get your quote from Mr. Scott Hebert. Tim's Ice Manufacturing, who helps do all the ice for these events. Hack the House, who brought in a blade sharpener for the Western Canada this year and is sharpening blades, saving clubs lots of money on shipping and turnaround time. We're actually doing a drop a blade off doctor's appointment type of thing for curling clubs. If you want to bring your blade in, you drop it off at noon, go to Costco, do your running around, go to a doctor's appointment, come back for 2 o'clock. It'll be sharp for you. You can take it back to your club. So that huge shout out to Scott Hebert, who's doing that, and Candace at Hack the House, as well as if you need any brooms, gloves, shoes, pants, anything curling whatsoever, please visit hackthehouse.com, a huge sponsor and contributor to these events. Appreciate it very much. And also there's another shout out to the Beaumont Curling Club. We're out here in the city of Beaumont. Phenomenal city just south of Edmonton. Huge amount of club sponsors and smaller businesses out here that really enjoy the curling club and are really coming out to support these events. So thank you very much for the Beaumont Curling Club. Great shot.
That's a
here.
great shot right there. Yeah. Team Nobert's getting some rocks and some good spots this end. We're going to have to see some precision curling from Team Sluchinski to shut this down. That's a pretty nice shot right there.
That's funny. So we just got a picture here from Sea Change, one of our local breweries here in town, sponsoring Community Club, that their vodka shitties, where they're stored. It's a phenomenal brewery. Their marketing, everything is fantastic. Reach out to Sea Change. If you come down to the club here, we do the hockey concession's actually not open until next weekend for the ladies' majors. So if you come down, you need a bite to eat in between games or anything like that, Sea Change is just right across the street. And they're a phenomenal place. So head down there and visit some of our local businesses while you're in the city of Beaumont, and tell them that you've come from the curling club. So we know that our support to them is obviously much needed and stuff in our community, as they support us as well. Wow, that's a great shot.
Yep.
You do that peel weight with a control weight, and you roll that shooter over for another corner guard.
Yep.
That's a great shot. So I think Aaron's going to switch gears here a little bit, because now if he wants to peel those corner guards off, they're probably going to come into the rocks in the house.
Yep.
And he doesn't want that, because there could be more reds than yellows. So he's going to switch gears here, put up the guard, and guard his two yellow ones that are in the house.
It came right in. Keeping the count more yellow than red here. Like, you are sitting shot in the back of the forefoot, so this is looking pretty okay for Team Sluchinski. They do have to be a little bit careful. Those red ones are in pretty good spots. Looks like they did leave a fairly natural double here.
Yeah, if they hit this right, you're going to be heading around that corner guard again. There might be one lonely yellow rock in that play, and three red rocks in real good positions.
Yeah.
So that rock came in there way too far, right?
Well, it didn't quite curl. Like, I think they were calling right into the house, but I think they wanted to line everything up. This looks like it's hanging on the wrong side of the center line, maybe. Starting to move.
It's a great shot, I think. Oh no, it's rolling out, but still good, right? You're sitting there. Aaron's going to have a real thin double here.
That's a real thin double. Boy, thin. I don't know.
Again, great work there, James Gordon there with the Hub International logo for our sponsor. Little split screen action. He only freezes water for a living as well, but look like he got a lot more talent than I do. Great job, Jamesy.
Looks like they're playing. Did they call for the freeze? I think that's what they're looking at.
Yeah, freeze around the corners. Yeah, that's probably.
Yeah.
High pressure shot, and you're up 4-1 here, but you don't make this one, and you're probably going to be tied after this ends over.
If you're Team Sluchinski right now, you're really looking to force this end. Like, that's the ideal situation. Then you're moving through the rest of this game with full control. If you give up a 2 or a 3, that's not the case.
You know, he should be pretty close with this. He just threw the draw on the last end, right?
Yep.
And he threw it actually back 8 last end, and that's kind of the weight they're calling here forward right now. Should probably try to get a time on one of these. James, you got to get the time clock there in the top right corner. They're working on this one hard.
Trying to make it curl.
Warping over there, but
yeah, it's looking pretty close.
Yeah, that's a good shot. So you have to ask yourself, is it important for you to get shot right now with only one rock to come? Or is it important to try to get a real big end? So if it's important for you to get shot right now, which, correct me if I'm wrong, they're not shot right now.
Aaron shot in the back corner.
Yeah, I believe so.
Yeah.
So if it's important to get shot right now, you know, you probably wanted to hit the red onto the yellow and have your shooter roll over to the other side of the house where the red one is currently. But if you make this good little tap and roll and lie, you know, second, third, fourth, it puts a lot of pressure on Aaron to figure out what he wants to do with his last one. But if you don't get shot right now, you're probably more than likely either going to have to make a run back or a double to score.
Yeah.
But being down again 4-1 against you know, the 7th best team in Canada right now, you know, the Sluchinski rink is ranked 7th in Canada. You might want to try this shot.
I like this call.
Yeah.
I think this is. They talk about it all the time on TV. This is a risk reward call. I think this is your maybe the best chance you're going to see to get back into this game.
I think he just might have been a little heavy there.
I think so.
I think the call was only like back 8, back 12, and I think it was probably closer to hack or even board weight.
Yeah, just didn't get the didn't get the finish. Yeah.
So Aaron's going to throw a guard up here, I think. And I don't particularly see a shot if Aaron puts a guard on this for more than one. I don't think.
No. I would agree with you. And depending exactly where this guard ends up, it might not be the most friendly shot for your one.
Yeah.
That's a pretty nice shot right there. All right. Outturn draw for your one.
Looks like he's got to get a piece of the button here for one, eh?
Full 4 foot.
Full 4?
Yeah. That looks like it is curling early. Uh-oh. No? Oh, that just about worked.
Yeah.
That just about worked.
All right, well, like one yellow, 6-1? No.
5-1.
5-1. Can't even count. 5-1 going in the 5th then.
So you're a pizza person, but you're married to a wing person, and your kids are salad people? You can't pick your fam, but with over 50 menu items to choose from, you can make them all happy. Order today and enjoy Boston pizza at home.
We're for agriculture. For growers, doers, whatever it takers. We're for doing things with purpose. We're for the little guy with big guy dreams. We're for agriculture. We're for you. Nutrien Ag Solutions, leading the field.
What will tomorrow look like? Will it be what you expected? Or something you could never have predicted? Will it be frightening? Or exciting? Is it the reason you can't sleep at night? Or the reason you get up in the morning? Tomorrow will be all of these things. With Hub, you have a partner today who supports you in writing a more resilient, vibrant, and profitable tomorrow, protecting what matters most to you. Because the truth is, tomorrow is a gift, and we want you to be ready for it.
All right, we're back here at the Beaumont Curling Club, the Alberta Curling Series Major, brought to you by Hub International Insurance. Thanks, big shout out to Hub International, as well as our other sponsors for these events: Hack the House Solutions, Blade Solutions, anything you want to do with curling and hockey, ice install, broom heads, brooms, pants, shoes, anything you need, visit hackthehouse.com. As well as Ice Advice, sensors in the ice that give you live to the second ice temperatures to your phone in a beautiful app. Reach out to iceadvice.ca for all your curling club and hockey ice monitoring needs. Really affordable product for all your curling clubs out there. Saved us many times with the plant shutting off, and we wouldn't lose our ice. So iceadvice.ca. Down here at the Beaumont Curling Club in the city of Beaumont, looking at a 5-1 lead for Aaron Sluchinski over Team Nobert. And we're probably going to see the ultimate defense by Team Sluchinski. And we're going to see throwing everything against the wall for Team Nobert this end. Playing on sheet number 4 at the Beaumont Curling Club, sponsored by, sheet number 4 is sponsored by Sea Change Brewery just across the street. Some great local sponsors here, and also a huge shout out to the Alberta Curling Series, Ted Appleman, Lindsay Birch, Scott Hebert, for all of your time, dedication that you put towards the sport here, and helping the players get a lot of local spiels, and try to keep the costs down for all of our Alberta teams trying to compete and get to the next level. So Ted Appleman, Scott Hebert, Lindsay Birch, and you guys have done an absolutely fantastic job. Thank you so much. It's our 4th year for the Alberta Curling Series. The first year we played all over Alberta in a bunch of different curling clubs. We did that for 2 years, The third year, excuse me. Third year, we had all the events at one curling club, and then the 4th year here, we decided to have all the events at the Beaumont Curling Club, into a community that really supports curling, has a dedicated curling facility here in Beaumont, and we really enjoy all of our members and everything that have come out last night to watch. Actually, a few up here this morning, having some coffee and donuts, and really enjoying some top-level curling here at the city of Beaumont. So just located about 10 minutes south of Edmonton. And, this community just about has everything you need and want in a small community with schools, Francophone schools. We have 3 hockey rinks, a curling rink, a pool, everything a city really needs. So check out the city of Beaumont and come out and be a resident. Come join the Beaumont Curling Club. Another huge shout out to Paul Hyde. He helped us commentate. I think he's going to be back tonight to commentate one of the games. And he's the president of the Beaumont Curling Club and a really great supporter here in town. And, I believe, again, a little selfish plug here, I believe he's running for a vacant council seat here in Beaumont. So good luck to Paul, and the city would be well off having you there. So, all right. So again, we're 5-1 for Aaron Sluchinski. As you see here, we have them doing some cleanup, some guards, and Team Nobert is looking at getting some rocks in here, trying to freeze them to the yellows. Go around whatever guards we have in play. Just throwing everything against the wall to see if they can generate their deuce here. Another big shout out to some of our local sponsors here for the curling club itself. We have Buster's Pizza, we have Boston Pizza, we have Tim Hortons, we have Alberta Best, we have Stewart's Tire, we have Nisku Ford and Nisku. We have Beaumont Home Hardware, Diamond Heating. Reach out to Ryan Keenan, Diamond Heating, Plumbing and Heating. We have Heartland Electrical, Roadrunner Automotive, CIBC, Fountain Tire, MFP, STC Custom Cabinets, Sea Change Brewery, Steam Flow Corporation, Leduc Co-op. Without these local sponsors for the curling club, our curling club wouldn't have the ability to do some of the great things that we have for our members. So everybody out there that's part of a curling club, anyone that's a part of a community out there, go to your local gas station, go to your local hair salon. Advertising is not expensive in a curling club at all. I believe, our signs here in the side of Beaumont are $300 a year. Some of the signs in the ice that we put in are, $200, $300, $400, $500 a year. So for some great exposure, as well as, helping out your local curling club. So anyone that's part of your curling club, even if you're just part of a Wednesday night social league, if you're part of a business or, at a business a lot, go out there and just say, hey, you should sponsor the curling club. They're looking for some support. It's a great sport. We have a lot of youth coming through our programs, senior programs, a lot of diversity in our sport getting there. So yeah, please reach out to your local businesses, get them to support the curling club. It's a very small amount of money for a lot of businesses, and it helps out the curling club. Our non-for-profit's huge. So again, big shout out to all those sponsors and all those supporters of all their curling clubs. Great shot there. Aaron's going to try to remove that and actually, I would assume, try to roll right out of the house rather than leave it right behind the button. But it looks like he's just throwing a control weight at it. Jeremy Hardy coming out throwing the third rocks for Aaron. And that was well managed down the ice. You saw a little bit of curl action from Kerr Drummond on the broom, but about 3-4 strokes, and then they swept it to keep it straight again. So well managed rock down the ice. Again, this team Sluchinski, Aaron Sluchinski, is ranked 7th in Canada right now, and I believe they're top 14 or 15 in the world. They're really close to the cusp of entering the Grand Slam events on Sportsnet, and being one of those teams on the big tour here. So it's really great to see a young team from Alberta coming through, and they won their first event of the season and looking to make it 2 in a row. So again, Matt Yo here, joined with Sarah Brown. She just stepped out to go see how her fiance is doing. And
it was interesting until maybe what happens on this last call. Tie game after 4, and I think that the opposition has a shot for 3 right now.
Oh boy.
So-
They're playing Mr. Morizumi from Japan, one of the guys that I've known for years, since we were actually 14 years old. We've known each other, and they've spent some time at our house, and we've spent some time in Japan doing ice for them with my father, Tim, and great guys there from, I was going to say great young guys, but they're the same age as me, so I don't know if I can classify myself as young anymore. But some great guys there from Japan that come over and support these events, and they're here for 3 weeks playing in I think they're actually here for 4 weeks, playing in the event in Okotoks next weekend, and I believe they're heading to Penticton the week after that. So all these international teams come over for a good month and a half at the beginning of the year. They'll head back for their Japanese championship in, I believe, in November, or Pacific Rim championship in November, and then get ready for their championships and try to head out to the Worlds here at the end of the year. So your fiance is playing a tough team right now.
I
Good old
couldn't
Morgan.
quite see exactly what happened, but I'm not sure if it was as bad as it could have been.
Well, this end's turned around a little bit. That team, Nobert, is going to have a shot here to lie to. Make a double. One of the teams there on sheet 5, I think there was a fly on the ice he wanted to squash.
That's what it sounded like to me.
Yeah.
Just wanted to make sure his broom head was on there nice and tight.
Yeah. They don't make the brooms like they used to. I go
No.
through like 3-4 of them a year now.
My favorite is with the hard lines when you see somebody get really upset and their head pops off.
Oh, yeah. Absolutely. Yeah, it looks like they're going to make the double, try to roll in. Aaron's going to have a chance to make the double right back, but it's a really good opportunity to get 2 back and go down 5-3 and coming home in the 6th end. But going to make the doubles first, right? So
Yep, the double that they're making right now is a relatively straightforward double. The one Aaron's going to have to make is a little bit tougher. So this is it's the way you always want to leave it if you can. Try to make the easiest shot you can for yourself and make your team, your opposition, make a harder one. And you're on it right away again.
getting caught a little bit on the curl, eh?
I think so.
Oh yeah.
Oh no. They're not and I'm not necessarily opposed to it, but nobody out here is throwing a lot of weight.
Yeah.
They're choosing really conservative weights, which normally I'm a fan of. But we've seen it several times this game where it's catching them.
Yeah, over
So-
curl, yeah.
It's happening a lot. So for myself, at some point in the game, I would start throwing a little bit harder.
Yeah, or you really got to make sure you're squaring yourself to the broom rather than letting it go nice and gentle, right?
Yeah.
Like, looked like there he came out and just kind of let it go, but on a surface like this, it's curling quite a bit. If you see Aaron there, right, and watch this rock. It's falling off the center line, So like he came out and really squared it outside, right, to make sure that rock ran as straight as possible.
And that rock was rotating.
Yeah, absolutely.
Like that spun several times down the ice. We've seen a little bit of, I won't call them lazy handles because they're not lazy handles here, but just a little bit less rotation on the rock. You get a little bit more curl.
All right, well, got a hit for one. Go down 5-2.
By no means game over, but there's some work to do.
Yeah, you got 3 ends left, and you probably need, out of the 24 shots you have, you're probably gonna have to make 24 of them.
Yeah.
So, Vernon gets his 1 point off to the 6th end.
Imagine being able to stream every curling game from every sheet from any event, be it your Wednesday league game, bonspiel, or corporate event. Curling Stadium offers an all-inclusive streaming solution featuring high-quality cameras, ease of use, great reliability, and minimal installation. Offering your sponsors customizable ad space on your streamed curling games and being able to sell video packages to your corporate events for increased revenue. With Curling Stadium, you can stream to any device, be it your mobile phone, tablet, or computer. Push the feed to your desired platform, be it Facebook, YouTube, or any other social media. Curling Stadium is simply the way forward. Where it's commonplace in other sports to televise every game, we want to do the same. Curling is a global sport, and it's time it gets the coverage it needs. Make your curling club the next Curling Stadium.
Calling all curlers, novice to pro. Asham Curling Supply's patented rotator disc system lets you customize your slider right in the store. Velcro attachments make it easy to find the sliding platform that's right for you. Shop Asham Curling Supplies, 700 McPhillips, online at asham.com.
Sometimes curling just isn't as fun as it can be on the Nintendo Switch. With up to 4 players per console, you can enjoy curling with your friends and family anywhere, anytime. Let's play curling. Available now only on Nintendo Switch.
Hello, welcome back to the Beaumont Curling Club, the Alberta Curling Series Major. Sponsored by Hub International Insurance. Matt Yo sitting beside Sarah Brown, announcing a riveting game so far, 5-2. Aaron Sluchinski's team has not been given Mr. Nobert a lot to throw at here, so they've been playing really well. And we're going to see what happens here in the 6th end. Not entirely sure what happened here as the cameras came in a little bit late. We're not right behind the sheet, so I'm not entirely sure where how that first yellow one ended up back 8 and over there.
Yeah, because that's
like even if it picked, like you'd think it wouldn't be back 8, right?
Yeah, so, that's about the last spot I would have put that yellow one.
Yeah.
So, I mean, I guess maybe a corner guard, but I would have been curious to see what happened there.
They also might have a cutter. I know that there was one rock they were talking about at one of the ends when I saw. So maybe that is the first rock that they gave to their lead, and it might have overcurled that much, right?
Fair enough.
So this looks like a great shot.
Does it ever? Yeah. Fantastic shot.
So yeah, we're watching Aaron Sluchinski and Team Nobert play it out here. Good look at Mr. James Gordon and from the Curl Zone commentary, Matt Yo, Sarah Brown. Well done, James. This crew here at the Curling Stadium and Curling Zone is phenomenal. They're bringing a lot of the action that we have at our local curling clubs out to all the viewers. We had some people in South Florida watching, in Denver yesterday night watching. It's just absolutely phenomenal what you guys are doing, and getting a lot of eyes on our sports, a lot of eyes on our sponsors, helping out our teams with their sponsors as well. Really bringing curling into that next gen where, my dad's starting to stream games. I was talking about this yesterday. I got a text message and a picture from him a few weeks ago. I'm like, he doesn't even know how to use a phone. And now he's starting to stream curling games. So it's like, he's 77 years old, ex-ice maker. And it's really helping out our sport to keep people in tune to what's going on. So great job, James and Jerry Gertz and all you guys at Curling Stadium and Curling Zone. Fantastic job.
I know my parents and grandparents love it because it means they don't have to come all the way to the rink to watch curling.
Yeah, you know what? It was funny. We were talking with Paul from the Beaumont Curling Club. He's the president. He's going to get by. Oh, great shot.
What a good shot.
Yeah, I was talking to Paul, president from the Beaumont Curling Club last night. He helped us commentate one of the games, and he goes, isn't this kind of bad for the club? People aren't going to come down and watch it. I said, no, absolutely not. The guys in Beaumont, our membership, showed up last night. They were watching the games. We had some seniors up there this morning watching games from our senior association here in Beaumont. You know, we have a bunch of members showing up tonight. I said, you can't really get the atmosphere and have a drink and enjoy the game and have a night out, but it's really helping out, the grandparents that live in Lethbridge.
Yeah.
It's really helping out, in mid-December when it's minus 25 and, you want to drive 2.5 hours to watch your grandkid curl or watch your son play or your daughter play. And it's like, you know what, the roads are just not the greatest. I'm gonna stream it tonight.
Yeah.
So, and it's also brought a lot of international as well as, national and provincial recognition to our sport, recognition to our sponsors. It's getting a little bit easier to get some sponsorships for these when you show, last year at the Alberta Curling Series, we had over 1.5 million views on our live streams and over 7 million impressions. So like these guys are doing phenomenal work, and it's really making our sport grow, helping our curling clubs out, even bringing curling to some of those people that are like, you know what, I haven't curled since high school, but you know what, I'm seeing it out on TV a lot. Maybe I'll go try it again. It's really helping out, so it's great. All right, sorry, we just had a little, had to throw it on mute there. We have our draft beer guy showing up, so I need to get a quote to get 2 more draft beers, maybe Sea Change draft beer online here to help our memberships come down and have that interaction.
There you go. It all connects.
It all connects.
It all connects.
All right, they're looking to throw in a high guard here on top of that one. Set up a double.
Came in a little bit deep there.
Yeah. Half rock on the outside should spill everything.
And we know that this will be whistling down here, or I would suspect.
Mr. Hardy can throw this about 100 miles an hour.
Yeah. Such a clean throw.
Yeah. Just clean it. I need a little curl action.
Great job.
And gonzo.
Yeah.
Don't worry about the boards, guys. Okay, curlers out there again. Okay, there might be, I don't know how many people watch right now. I'm an ice maker. This makes me furious. The rock's going 100 miles towards the boards. Stop it. Hey, oh my goodness gracious. I'll have to talk with these boys after. They're going to laugh at me because they're going to say, that's your job, not mine.
That's exactly what's going to happen.
But yeah, that rock's coming in. Going to hit your rubber divider, and it's going to pop it out. Just please stop it. Be great.
Makes everybody's life easier.
I love it. This one looks like it's needs some work to get it over. Maybe not.
They're not panicking too hard.
Oh.
I'm watching them real time here on the ice, and that's a nice shot.
What was I worried about?
I don't know what you were.
Half 40 yards.
I don't know. I was wondering.
Yeah.
It's early in the morning.
Yeah, it is. Only finished 1 coffee so far. Need 2 or 3.
Bar will be open here pretty quick.
Yeah. Caesar. All right, switching gears to hit the one on the house is probably the right call here with Jeremy's last rock. So the third's last rock of the end. Make sure you eliminate the opponent's stones inside the house to eliminate the big end, right? The two ball probably is, or to lie to, is to still in play here for Team Nobert. But if you're lying to, you're probably going to be, Aaron's probably going to have a pretty easy shot for 1 or eliminate them against 1. But you're up 5-2 here. No sense taking any risks.
Yeah.
Wonder who came off the ice there.
Sheet 1.
Sheet 1.
Yeah. I can see the scoreboard from here. They stopped putting the score up after 3. It was 6-0.
I don't want to assume, but I'm assuming the Japanese team over there might have been on the team up 6-0.
I did not look at the colors, but
that team, I believe, is ranked 4th, 6th in the world right now, so it's really good. I think so. All right, well, see if you can string 2 shots together, holding the 1, and then you're still in the game, but get your 3 ball, steal 1 for the win, right? So
it's not the craziest thing I've ever heard in this sport.
good shot there. Still fully open, but Aaron will luck to probably hit and roll away a little bit.
Yeah. Yeah, if you roll under, you give them a potential chance for a corner freeze, and now your last shot's precise shot. If you roll away here, you're kind of opening it up to either a blank or a 1.
Someone on Jungle Gym up there.
Oh, they did roll under. Overroll
All right.
under. That is...
Got an out-turn freeze to the
Yeah.
and then shrink the scoring area quite a bit here.
I'm going to assume that was the call because, I mean, he made it pretty perfect, but bit of an interesting call. Not wrong, not right, just interesting.
Aggressive.
Yeah, aggressive is the right word.
Big shots stay in the game here. If he can weld this in here, he's definitely going to be playing the 6th or the 7th end. But any chap off or any mistake here, and Aaron gets 2, it's more than likely game over. That's a wait.
This looks, sweepers aren't doing anything, so, looks maybe a little bit heavy.
All right, Aaron's going to have a draw to the 8-foot for 2 points. And I would assume it'd be Velcro.
Very likely the game, yeah.
So they're not going to take this one for granted, right? So they want to take all the information from the ice as possible. So 6th end here, they want to make sure, okay, edge of 8-foot, where did we, how did we throw it? What was the time? You know, did it grind to a halt? Did it still keep sliding? They're going to put all that in the memory bank for the later games. But I assume if he makes this one, there might be handshakes. That's probably my kids up there.
We're hearing some thunder on the roof above us.
This one is being watched as well.
Yeah. Not your favorite thing to see when you see your world-class sweepers. Oh, okay. I guess they know more than me. They're...
We're just going to watch this right to the T-line. Yeah. All right, well, thanks very much for watching. Aaron Sluchinski over Team Nobert. Thank you very much, Hub International Insurance, for the sponsorship, Beaumont Curling Club, City of Beaumont, and all of our other sponsors, and we'll see you later.
What will tomorrow look like? Will it be what you expected? Or something you could never have predicted? Will it be frightening or exciting? Is it the reason you can't sleep at night or the reason you get up in the morning? Tomorrow will be all of these things. With Hub, you have a partner today who supports you in writing a more resilient, vibrant, and profitable tomorrow, protecting what matters most to you. Because the truth is, tomorrow is a gift, and we want you to be ready for it.
Imagine being able to stream every curling game from every sheet from any event, be it your Wednesday league game, bonspiel, or corporate event. Curling Stadium offers an all-inclusive streaming solution featuring high-quality cameras, ease of use, great reliability, and minimal installation. Offering your sponsors customizable ad space on your streamed curling games and being able to sell video packages to your corporate events for increased revenue. With Curling Stadium, you can stream to any device, be it your mobile phone, tablet, or computer. Push the feed to your desired platform, be it Facebook, YouTube, or any other social media. Curling Stadium is simply the way forward. Where it's commonplace in other sports to televise every game, we want to do the same. Curling is a global sport, and it's time it gets the coverage it needs. Make your curling club the next Curling Stadium.